Hey there, welcome to the video. Now, have you ever thought about creating something simple yet powerful enough to bring in over $1,000 per month in passive income and then be able to replicate it over and over and over again? Well, today I'm going to show you exactly how to do that with a single book on Amazon KDP by creating a simple word search book, but not just any word search book. This is going to be a bit of a different type of word search book because in this video, I'm talking about a Spanish word search activity book. Now, if this is your first time here, my name is Jeff, and this channel is all about becoming self-sufficient when it comes to making money online. So if this sounds like you, feel free to give it a thumbs up, hit that subscribe button, and turn on that notification bell so you can be notified whenever I release a new video. With that being said, let's get right to it. Now, word search books are already incredibly popular on Amazon, and for good reason. They're timeless, they're engaging, and they appeal to a wide range of people. But what if you could take this already successful niche and give it a twist? What if you could create a book tailored to one of the largest and fastest growing audiences in the US market? That's where Spanish word search books come in. You probably already know that Spanish is the second most spoken language in the US with over 40 million people. Now think about it. 40 million potential customers who would absolutely love something fun and educational in their own language. Tapping into this niche isn't just smart, it's strategic. So in today's video, I'll take you on a deep dive into this highly profitable niche. We'll explore why this opportunity is so powerful, analyze the competition, and review some real-life examples so you can see how to position your book for success. And don't worry about the language barrier. I'll show you an easy, stress-free way to translate your content into Spanish, even if you don't speak a word of it. By the end of this video, you'll have everything that you need to create your own Spanish word search book and tap into a market that's been waiting for a fresh, creative approach. So whether you're brand new to KDP or you're looking to level up your game, this could be the idea that sets your income on fire. Before we dive in, let me ask you something. Have you ever felt completely lost when it comes to creating your first KDP book? Maybe you're not sure where to start, or you've been putting it off because it feels overwhelming. Well, I've been there, and that's why I created my KDP Royalty Roadmap. It's a free step-by-step guide that walks you through publishing your very first book, even if you've never done anything like this before. It's practical, beginner-friendly, and is focused on getting you results. So if this sounds like something that you need, I'll leave the link down below. Now, if we head on over to Amazon and we make a search for word search books, the first thing that we're going to notice is the total results of 28,283. And this basically means that there's over 28,000 books showing up for this keyword, which means that there's a lot of competition when it comes to wanting to create a word search book in this niche. We do have good numbers here. The average bestsellers rank 18,000, which if we use this KDP book sales calculator, we can see in the Amazon.com marketplace that that is good for $1,732 per month on average for these books here on the first page. And that's the thing, is when I was doing research into this niche, I went down this first page and I looked at all of these books selling very well. I mean, we have independently published books. These are KDP books with a bestsellers rank of 777. We have another one here ranked at 696. These are all very profitable books, all making very good incomes. But as I kept searching more and more, I would see something like this where it would say Spanish word search. And so it dawned on me, why not make a search for Spanish word search and see what comes up? And that's exactly what I did. So right here we see Spanish word search, and the total results is a lot lower at 1,596. And keep in mind, this is a broad search term. We see the average bestsellers rank at 288,000, which means on average, the books here on the first page are selling at about 1 copy per day. And the average reviews only 126, which is what I like to see when I see a very low bestsellers rank on average and low average reviews, which to me is telling me that these books sell pretty quick and you don't really have to wait those weeks for the keywords to index into Amazon for it to start selling. And we have a niche score here of 71. Now, when I'm validating a niche, I look for three important things. Number one, I'm looking for competition. So there's no point putting a book up on Amazon if the competition is too stiff. So what I'm looking for are search results that have about 1,000 or less, because this is going to tell me that I'm going to have a better chance at getting my book ranked on the first page of Amazon so it can be seen and it can be sold without having to use things like KDP ads. Number two thing I look for has to do with demand. So there's no point putting a book up in a niche that has no demand, which means that people aren't interested, people aren't buying. So in order to judge demand, I'm looking for 3 or more KDP books that all have a bestsellers rank of 300,000 or below, because this is going to tell me that these books are selling frequently at about 1 copy per day, which means that there has to be some type of demand here. And the number 3 thing that I look for is a niche score that's provided by Titan's Quick View that basically validates the first 2 steps, and that score is at least 50. Now, Titan's Quick View is this purple bar that you see on my screen. It's a free KDP research tool that you can download and install on your Chrome browser from the Chrome Web Store. So feel free to do that. It's going to give you a lot of good information, especially with this niche score, which is part of the things that I look at. And right here, we see the niche score of 71. And so they use their own algorithm, but basically, if you get at least 50, that's a good sign. And then obviously we see with the total results, 1,596. It's a little bit closer to 2,000, but it's not so competitive here that you can actually get your book ranked on the first page of Amazon by just using some good keywords. Now, if we scroll down to look at some of the books, we're going to see a lot of books here selling very well. Although I do skip all the sponsored products like these ones right here, because this is where people or publishers are paying to basically boost their books and boost their BSRs. So I'm looking for organic rankings. So this is the first one, organic ranking, independently published. That's the other thing that I'm looking for, KDP books only, with the bestsellers rank of 19,000. And then here's another one, independently published at 46,000. Here's another one, 26,000. Another one at 16,000. 95,000. This one's at 27,000, 48,000. And we see as I keep scrolling down through the end of the first page, we're still seeing books selling very well. 27,000, 213,000, 70,000, all the way to the very end. Let's go to the last row. And we see here's one at 108,000, 256,000. So we see a lot of books all throughout the first page selling very well for this Spanish word search, which is telling me there's a lot of demand here. People are looking for this type of book. Now, the only thing that I would say is maybe we could work on the total results a little bit more. So if you wanted to do that, you wanted to lower the competition, what you could do is niche down or find a sub niche. Basically find something a little bit more specific within the Spanish word search niche. So one of the ways that you could do that is if you just click on the search bar here on Amazon, it's going to bring up some suggestions that users are actually typing into this search bar. And this is the easiest way to do this. So we see Spanish word search large print. We have books for adults large print. We have for seniors. So these are all sub niches that you could look into that maybe have a little bit of a lower search result, so lower competition, and it'll be even easier to rank your book on the first page of Amazon. So a sub niche that I found is the Spanish word search for seniors. Now, this is going to be a search term that people are actually searching for on Amazon, because if I click here, you can see that it shows up right here. And there's even more. You could niche down even more. You could do Spanish word search for seniors with dementia. You could do puzzles for seniors, big letters, jumbo, big print. There's a lot of different ways that you could do this, but I just went with Spanish word search for seniors, and we can see already with the total results, 588, a lot lower than just Spanish word search. We see the average bestsellers rank still very decent at 469,000. Average reviews is 123, so still quite low. And the average price $9 with a niche score of 67, so still quite high, well above that 50 that I always look for. And if we scroll down, we're going to see pretty much the same type of books as in with the Spanish word search. Once again, skip all the sponsored products, and then we get to the first one right here. This one is the Spanish word search puzzle book for adults and seniors. So this is exactly what we're looking for. 46,000 BSR. This one, 19,000 BSR. We have another one for seniors, 109,000 BSR. Another one for seniors, 60,000 BSR. And we keep going through. We have another one right here for seniors, ranked at 140,000. And going through the first page, we're going to see that there are even more. So this one is at 72,000. And what I look for is the depth of the search term. So I'm trying to see if this Spanish for word search for seniors, where is it going to stop showing up on the first page? As we see, this one is now for adults, for adults, for adults. So we're not seeing it anymore, and we're probably just past the halfway point. Here's one right here for seniors. So we see it's still sprinkled in little by little, but we don't see that every single book here is for seniors. We have one right here. This one isn't a KDP book. And then we keep going, and I'm not seeing any more for seniors. All the way to the end, we have one right here, 1.5 million. But this is a good thing to see because we don't see this search term littered with a bunch of Spanish word search for senior books. So it means that you have a chance here to get your book moving on up here, moving on up, hopefully to the first row, where you can basically take advantage and take control of this specific niche and of this specific keyword. Now, if we take a look at this book, this is fully in Spanish. I don't speak Spanish, so I don't know what it says, but we can see Spanish word search for adults, large print, $8.99. Also offers the hardcover at $16.99. Even the description is all in Spanish, so you know they're targeting only Spanish speakers, not even those that are bilingual, but it seems like they're targeting only Spanish speaking people. We can see that 4.7 out of 5 rating, 87% is a 5-star. So this book is being received well. Whatever they're doing in this book, this is the type of book that we want to look at so we can replicate and see what they're doing correct. Now, if we go and take a scroll down, I like to quickly check this graph from Self-Publishing Titans, basically to see if it's going to be selling year round, which I know word search books do. And as we can see right when it was published, that this is the line right here, relatively flat, which tells me that this is an evergreen book, which is what I like to see because I like to sell consistently. Now, if we keep scrolling down, maybe there's some A+ content in here, which there is. And here's a little bit more about the book. We can see the interior right here. Very simple word search. They put 2 word search puzzles on each page with the words on the left-hand side. Now, if we take a look at the sample, just to see what kind of words that they're using, 2 word search puzzles on one page, and then you can kind of see how they put it together. So here are all the words, and then just so on and so forth. And if you know with KDP books, word search puzzle books are relatively easy to create. That's why it's really important to just find a niche that you can enter and take advantage of. And if we put that book's bestsellers rank into the KDP book sales calculator, we can see that it equates to about $35 per day in estimated royalties, which is over $1,000 per month in estimated royalties. Now, another book, this is fully in Spanish, very similar to the previous book. And if we look at the description in full Spanish right here, not a single English word, except for right here, 100 Bible Spanish word search, which is probably just for the search rankings because obviously it's going to show up for this keyword, but it's also going to show up for these keywords right here, which is another thing that we want to look into. And so I'm going to show you a tool that can actually help you with this in a moment. Now, if we scroll down here, look at some A+ content, we can see that here is the book. This one's a little bit different. 1 word search per page, and then there's even like a quote or a Bible verse right here. And let's look at the reviews. This one is 4.8 out of 5, 90%, 5 stars. Now, if we plug that bestsellers rank into the book sales calculator, we can see that this book is performing a little bit better. $37 per day in estimated royalties, over $1,100 per month in estimated royalties. Now, if we look at the sample, let's go ahead and look a little bit closer into this interior. You have your Bible verse, you have your word search, and then you have your words. Same thing here, same thing here, same thing here. Pretty much same thing, page after page after page. Now, obviously, for a lot of us, we don't speak Spanish. I know some of you do, but for the rest that don't, it's going to be really hard for us to translate, for example, our English words into Spanish words. And so an easy way to do this is just to use AI. I specifically use ChatGPT. And so I started with a prompt that says, I am creating a word search book for seniors, but it caters to only Spanish speakers. Create me a list of topics and words for this type of book. Make the list of words for each topic only 15 words. And this is what it came up with. So the first one here has to do with traditional food. And as you can see, everything is in Spanish. This one is family. Everything is in Spanish. Parties and celebrations, nature, animals, human body, Hispanic culture, cities and places, professions, sports, colors. As you can see, so many topics here. And obviously you can fine tune this list and you can ask for specific topics or specific niches to really create the type of word search puzzles for your intended audience. Now, one of the most important things with your KDP books is finding the keywords to be able to rank your book on Amazon. And so you really want to find keywords that have low competition and high demand. And so I always use Publisher Rocket to do my initial research. They make it really easy because you can just go right here, reverse ASIN lookup, and put in the ASIN or the ISBN of any book. I already have it right here. And it's basically going to give you all of the keywords that this book has ever ranked for on Amazon. So as you can see, this is the book that we were looking at. And here are all the keywords that it's ranked for. And if we scroll down, you can see just all of the Spanish keywords here that they're ranking for on the US marketplace. So this is another way to actually take advantage of a niche, is not just focus on English niches, but focus on other languages that are selling well in the US. But these are things that you can use in your keywords, in your title, subtitle, those backend keywords, and even KDP ads to be able to really get your book targeted and ranked on the first page of Amazon. And basically all you have to do with Publisher Rocket is click on these magnifying glasses and it's going to give you more information on that keyword. So basically right here with the numbers, this is the average sales per month. The searches per month is the middle row. So you're looking for green colors here and you want a high number of searches. And then the competition score is their own algorithm. And you also want to see a green color right here. The lower the number, the better. And as we can see, there's not just one page, not just 2 pages, but 7 pages worth of keywords. And so you can go through all this and you see there are some English words here showing up now. And you can also just analyze this further and see which ones are going to work well. And then Publisher Rocket even has this section where you can see other keywords that may be good for this book. And then here's some more keywords. Once again, just click the magnifying glass and let's see what it comes up with. And what you can do is you can always export the file. You can export everything, so all of the keywords that it comes up with, or you can export only the ones that you've analyzed. What I like to do is I like to take this, put it into a spreadsheet and analyze it even further. But if you want to go ahead and check out Publisher Rocket, I'll leave the link down below. Now go ahead and watch my other video on a step-by-step tutorial on how to create these word search mazes. I'll leave a marker on top of this video and I'll also leave the link to that video down in the description. So go ahead and watch that so you know how to put this book all together. If you have any questions, let me know. And if you like this video, please give it a big thumbs up and don't forget to subscribe and turn on that notification bell, as well as follow me on all my socials at JeffSetLife. With that being said, thanks for watching. Bye for now.